The cost of renting versus buying a home in Jamaica is something that comes up all the time, but what is the better financial decision? With renting, the total cost is something you give the landlord that you will never see again. For example, if your rent was 80,000 Jamaican dollars a month in 1 year, you will be spending 960,000 Jamaican dollars. The total cost of owning a home will include a mortgage payment, property tax, maintenance per year. The main thing we need to focus on to see which is better is the cost of home ownership, so we can compare it to the average rent cost in Jamaica so we can know which is the better option. If the monthly cost of owning a house is cheaper than renting a home, then you should buy a home instead of renting. And if the monthly cost of renting is cheaper than owning a home, then it would be better if you rent. To understand the cost of home ownership in Jamaica, you will have to look on 3 main components of owning a home. This includes property taxes, maintenance cost, and the mortgage payment. And the mortgage payment is broken down into 2 different components, which we are going to talk about later. Please note that a person who is renting will not face these costs. The first expense of owning a home in Jamaica is property taxes. This occurs on any property that you own. In Jamaica, the average property tax rate is 0.9% across all residential real estate. So, we are going to use that number to a 45 million Jamaican dollar home. So, on a house like this, you will pay 405,000 Jamaican dollars every single year. The next cost is maintenance cost of owning a home. Financial experts have suggested that it is best to set aside at least about 1% of your property's value per year for maintenance, but it can be a little bit more depending on how old your home is and how regular you have to maintain it. But we will just calculate the amount with 1%. So the maintenance cost for a 45 million Jamaican home would be 450,000 per year. So this amount of money we have to spend that we will never get back from owning a home. The next cost is the mortgage payment on the house. The average down payment of a house in Jamaica is 20%. So, on a $45 million home, you will have to put $9 million, and the remaining amount, which is $36 million, is used as a loan that you will pay monthly, probably over the course of 30 years. To know how much we would pay in a year with this mortgage, we will have to calculate the average mortgage rate in Jamaica, which is around 8%. The amount is $2,880,000. So let's add up how much it would cost yearly to buy a home. $405,000 for property tax, $450,000 for maintenance, and $2,880,000. So, if we divide all of this by 12, this is how much you would have to pay on a monthly basis to own a home. So every month, you will have to pay $311,250. So if it's cheaper to rent a house under that amount Jamaican, then it's way better than buying.